Welcome back to Brad Pitt Career Mode on F125. Today we're here for episode 16 of Season 2 in Monza. So this is really what we've been waiting for, the aero, chassis, and powertrain breakthroughs in Phase 4 of our engineering department. We don't have that phase unlocked, but we do have 2 free slots, so we're just gonna select whatever increases the workforce the most. And I think that will unlock Phase 4 faster. Ah, yes, finally! Pit crew training. We need that. Okay, that's we're definitely doing that. I guess we'll do some durability. We have a ton of resource points, so we might as well. But it's so not exciting, you know, to to research these ones. All right, well, once again, not really anything else we can do. So into the race weekend we go. Temple of Speed. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Sunny for the race and for qualifying. Finally, we don't have rain during one of those. That is really nice. So as I mentioned last episode, we are going to take an engine penalty for this race in Monza. This is the best track on the calendar to take an engine penalty because there's so much opportunity for overtaking, especially just down into turn 1 on lap 1.
Sitting there thinking, at least we've got through turn 1, and then from nowhere.
So we should be able to get back to the front of the pack relatively quickly. So, I mean, hopefully we have the pace here, but that's the plan for right now. We're definitely going to put in the least worn engine components for this race. We want as much power as possible, but right now, the car is feeling pretty good. So, I mean, I don't expect to win the race, because we're going to be, you know, down the order, but we should be able to make up a lot of places. We're doing pretty well in terms of pace in free practice. All right, here we are. So you can see our first 2 ICEs for the season are just completely destroyed, 80% wear. Number 3 is our practice engine, so we're doing all the practice laps on that one. And number 4 is only at 8%, but I think it's better to just be safe. Take a grid drop penalty. Hello. And yeah, throw the new IC in there. So we'll get all the other fresh components, as much power as possible. I mean, it is Monza, but yeah. All right, into qualifying we go. Fresh engine is fitted, and we have a 10-place grid drop penalty. So that's not fun, but we should be pretty quick in qualifying. We'll see. First lap of Q1, purple in the first sector. It's a 116.6. That's second in the session. So we probably don't need another lap. Okay, yeah, we're good. Fernando's looking pretty fast. He's set a 115.4. Damn. First lap of Q2 on the old set of tires. Running out of battery at the line. It's a 116.6. We could definitely improve. Here we go, purple in the first 2 sectors, almost 7/10 of improvement. We'll see where it puts us for Q2. It's only 3rd. Okay, not the best lap here, but on the old set of tires, 116.3, so that puts us 4th in the session. We're gonna need a big improvement. Okay, pressure's on. We really need to qualify pretty high up here because we're gonna drop down 10 places, so gonna try to shoot for pole, or at least the top 3. Alright, well, it felt like a decent lap, but we're not purple in any of the sectors. It's 5/10 of improvement up to the line. And it's 9th. Oh no. Oh no. So we're gonna be starting in 19th. That's not not where we want to be, that's for sure. Okay, well, this is gonna have to be a lot of overtaking.
The boss wants another podium finish this weekend. I know you're more than capable.
Are you are you aware of the current situation? Okay, well, here we are. Pretty simple in terms of strategy here, just mediums to hards. Hopefully these mediums can hold on. We've had a couple of problems with these tires in the last couple races, but here we are all the way down the order, starting at the very back of the grid for round 16 in Monza. And here we go, 5 red lights are on, and we are racing around Monza. Pretty good start off the line here. We're gonna try to make up some places. Down into turn 1, we need to get up the inside of Hulkenberg. Gonna be on the grass just a little bit, making up a lot of places in the braking zone around the outside of the McLaren. That's already up to P11. After just the first corner, we got Alex Albon just ahead. We might be close enough to go for a move. They're gonna be really backed up into the next corner, so it might be a late lunge down the inside on Albon. He'll just let us sneak through, and that's P10. So already into the points. That is a perfect start. There's a chance these tires die off pretty quickly, so we need to push as much as we possibly can on these opening laps. I think we'll be close enough for another move down into turn 1 here. Gonna go down the inside on the Williams. That's up into P9 around turn 1. There's Liam Lawson just ahead, dumping the battery on exit. We can try to pull ahead of the Haas. It's a bit of a drag race, a little bit of contact, and that's up into P8. So 10 places in 2 laps, and the rest of the field is still bunched up just ahead. Okay, so Hamilton is up next. We will have DRS on the Ferrari. He does not have DRS, so we can fly past Lewis Hamilton up into 7th place. This is going exactly the way we needed it to go, making up a lot of places at the start here. Oh, there's a little bit of battling into turn 1. That is exactly what we need, because we can just sneak our way in up the inside of Lando Norris, drag racing on corner exit, dumping the battery and pulling ahead of the McLaren up into P6. So another place on lap 3. Gonna be too far back. That's a lockup. Too far back to make a move on Russell. But that's another place. Yeah, these guys are still scrapping it out. Alonso and Leclerc side by side. That holds everybody up. This is exactly what we need. We've got a bit of a DRS train on the main straight heading onto lap 4. We will be close enough for a move on Russell into turn 1. But here comes Hamilton up the inside. Gonna squeeze him to the inside of the track. That's 3 wide into turn 1. A little bit of contact with Hamilton. Oh my god, that was crazy. We're running really low on battery, which is not good, especially at a track like Monza with so many straights. We need the battery out to exit corners. So we're going into like full harvest mode in all the braking zones. This is going to be a lot of ERS management this race. We are able to keep up with Alonso and Leclerc, so we're running at least a similar pace to these two guys, but they are starting to fight it out. There they go, side by side, around the final corner onto lap 8. I'm sure we're going to see someone make a move into turn 1. Here they go, still side by side into turn 1. They're really holding each other up. That lets us right back in the fight. Oh, these guys are still fighting. This is absolutely perfect. Leclerc gets held up. We've been able to save so much battery through these two just battling it out into every corner. We haven't needed to use the overtake mode to catch up. So this is working really well for us. There they go again, side by side. Leclerc pulls in front. Alonso will have the DRS down the main straight. We've got the DRS as well, and here comes Russell out of nowhere down the straight. This is going to be really awkward. We're going to have to send it on Leclerc around the outside. He makes it nice and easy, defending the inside line, and that is P4. That is nuts. We've got our teammate up next. We will have the DRS down the straight. We've got a decent amount of battery stored up. We might be close enough for a move here. I don't know. We're still a little far back. We're spamming the battery. We're in the slipstream. I think we just send it down the inside on Alonso. It's really late. Sneaking up the inside around turn 1. And that's P3. Onto the podium on lap 10. Okay, well, the pit window is now open on lap 11. We've got a decent gap to the cars behind. They're still fighting it out. They're going 3 wide down into turn 1. So if these guys can keep fighting, that's going to be perfect for us. It'll give us some space. Okay, into the pit lane we go. Getting off the mediums. Hopefully we can chase down the Red Bulls in front. All right, here they are. Let's see what the Brad Pitt crew can do. Onto the hards, and it's a flawless stop from the Brad Pitt crew, exiting the pit lane. No traffic in sight, so we've got some clear air. Hopefully we can put down some fast laps. Piastri was like 4 or 5 seconds up the road, so hopefully we can chase him down. I mean, I think Verstappen is just gone. He's 16 seconds ahead.
Okay, stand by. We see a problem our end and we're looking into it.
What does that mean?
Okay, it's not good news, I'm afraid. Seems like an engine issue.
An engine issue? That is... that's very bad. What does that mean? Are we're gonna be like low on power or something? Okay, yeah, that's not good.
So the issue seems to be fixed, but we'll keep monitoring it from our end.
What? What was that? Okay, did you just say that to scare me?
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead.
Okay, well, I guess we're fine. We got Piastri 3 seconds up the road, so we gained time during the pit stop. You're gonna try to get him, I guess. We have a lot of time left in this race. Piastri's only 2.8 seconds ahead. We're on lap 16. We just set the fastest lap of the race as well, so we have pace. Unfortunately, Verstappen is out of reach. He's winning this race, but we do have time to get Piastri.
A few inches later,
We're almost within the DRS of Piastri. 1.3 seconds is the gap to the Red Bull. We've been slowly but surely reeling him in, just consistently lapping a little bit faster than Piastri. So I think probably within a lap or two, we should be close enough to be within the DRS. And at that point, we can save the battery, wait for our opportunity, and then go for a move. Oh, we're just barely outside the DRS now. Look at that gap. It's just over a second. So this lap should be the one where we're within the DRS of Piastri. We'll take another lap or two after that to charge up the battery, but then we're going for it. I think this is going to be it. As long as we have a good run through this final corner, which we do, and a good exit, we'll be within the DRS of Oscar Piastri. It's taken us plenty of time to get here, but look at that. In the DRS, we can turn the deploy for the ERS down to none to save the battery. This is great. All right, well, we've got plenty of charge on the ERS. Tire wear is not too terrible. We're not sliding around just yet. So we are now at the point where we just be patient and wait for an opportunity, and then we're gonna get them. This race is starting to wind down a little bit. We've only got a handful of laps to go, but I think we're gonna be close enough into turn 1 on the next lap. As long as we get some good exits, we should be there. All right, here we go. We're gonna dump the battery. We've got a full charge on the ERS in the slipstream of Piastri. We have the DRS as well on the Red Bull. We're slowly reeling him in down the straight. We're gonna go for a move down the inside into turn 1, side by side with the Red Bull around the outside of the next corner, and that's P2 on lap 25. Oh my god. We need to try and break free from the Red Bull in these tighter sections of the track, because if we don't, Piastri has the DRS on us. We do not have a car ahead, so he's gonna gain a ton of time on these straights. He's gonna have more momentum out of these corners. On corner exit, we're gonna have to just let him by here, play some games with the DRS. We'll let him by before the final corner, take the DRS for the main straight. But with this race winding down, these DRS games are gonna be really difficult. Here we go. We'll have another move on Piastri down into turn 1. We're gonna go up the inside once again on the Red Bull. Kind of moved over at the last second to defend that inside line, but back up into P2. Hopefully, we could break out a DRS. We need that. He's still just barely within the DRS. 9/10 is the gap to the Red Bull. The DRS is it's just too powerful around here. We need to break out of it. He's only 7/10 back right now. I think we're gonna have to let him go again into the final corner. We're gonna just go wide around the outside. Let Piastri sneak up the inside and pass us before we get to this DRS detection line. There goes Piastri. We'll have the DRS on the Red Bull, but on to the final lap of the race we go. And this battle with Piastri is gonna come down to the final lap. Here we go around the outside on the Red Bull. We can get back in front, leaving him plenty of space on the inside. We're gonna need to judge this very carefully. Oh, he might go for a move up the inside. We're gonna try to close the door on the Red Bull, create a little bit of separation, but he's still right behind us as we get into these double right-handers. We need good exits, but he's just too close for this DRS zone. He's gonna have so much overspeed. We're gonna dump the battery immediately out of the corner, but here comes Piastri with the DRS, passing us into Ascari. Nothing we can do about that move from the Red Bull. We've got a little bit of battery. We're gonna dump it down the straight, but he's flying on corner exits. There's just one corner to go. Piastri's ahead. We've got no DRS for the rest of this race. We go a little wide through the last corner, and that is gonna be it. Piastri crosses the line for P2. We'll have to settle for third place. Down to the last couple of corners on the last lap. We just couldn't stay ahead of the Red Bull. But P3, a podium from all the way down the order. That was a crazy race. That's 2 weekends in a row of Verstappen dominance. 2 wins in a row for the Red Bull driver, our championship rival. So he's closed the gap a little bit, but we did all we could do. Man, P18 to P3. I did not expect to be on the podium, but that's pretty good. No safety cars either, just pure pace. We definitely have a pretty fast car. It's pretty nice. Definitely pretty nice. Well, we still ended up with the fastest lap of the race. That's a nice little bonus. Fernando finished in P6, so no change for our teammate in the race. But as for the standings, Verstappen is now 64 points behind us. So he's been slowly closing that gap the last 2 races. He's had a really good performance. That Red Bull is definitely very quick. So we definitely need to get some upgrades on this car. As for the team standings, it's now 16 points to Red Bull. That's getting a little close for comfort. Definitely happy with the podium. We got a new ICE, and we still got a lot of points, so that went pretty much as well as it could have gone. We got Baku up next. Very fast street circuit, so I'll see you for that one.